Well, welcome to discord.com. Let me take off the my little doc cam. Get me back on the screen. Okay, there I am. Hello, welcome. So glad all of you are able to make this, whether you are faculty or whether you are classified professional. I hope sometime during our time together that the tools that I'm going to show you in Discord will be useful to you for increasing your effectiveness in communicating with your group. Let me give you a little bit of background information on Discord. So we're going to do a couple of things. I have a Discord screen up, and I'm going to be sharing my Discord screen with you and walk you through parts of it so we can start this conversation here. Share, and let's go ahead and let's share the screen. Perfect. So we're looking at the Discord screen. First of all, let me back up here. Discord is a free app, free to students, instructors, anybody who wants to use it. And it is an app that can be downloaded very quickly onto your iPhone, onto your Android, into your tablet, into your laptop. And it is used as an instant messaging tool. This was introduced to me by a professor in one of my summer classes a couple of years ago. I've embraced it and I've been using it faithfully for the past 2 years. And it certainly has helped this instructor improve the level and quality of communications with my students like that. So what Discord, and a lot of our students are very familiar with Discord already because Discord has been used for international gaming enthusiasts, where in teams playing video games for money at the international level have teammates in Buenos Aires, in Hamburg, Germany, in Sydney, Australia, in Hawaii, and different. So they're scattered all over the world, but they are a team that are playing something like capture the flag, if you will, against another team. And they're playing at a very high stakes international level where they need to be able to communicate very quickly their strategies on how to capture the flag from the opposing team. And this is kind of like electronic walkie-talkie. One send, many people receive. Or one send directly to one person for one person to receive. It's really quite remarkable. So that's how Discord became famous, because of how fast it can communicate with one to a group of people internationally. And so in the education realm, this is how I use Discord with each of my classes. What you're looking at is the Discord, is the Discord screen. What I have on the left-hand side are all the classes that I have created over a period of time. And it's very easy to create a class and then put in a logo for the class, which makes it easy for you to recognize which class is what in your range of classes. And just to show you how effective this is for, say, improving the discussion boards. We have discussions that are part of our curriculum for each of our courses. And heretofore, many of us have been using Canvas for monitoring the frequency, the quality, and the content of the discussions. Some students have not fully embraced the Canvas method because they have to log into a computer, they have to get onto our website, they have to get specifically to the discussion folder within Canvas and then do whatever it is that they want to do. What you're looking at on this screen is, let me go to one of the very popular ones that is in use, is a screen of one of my classes. This is electronic coding, and everything that you see here, this is all part of student engagement. They are engaging with each other in a discussion question that I had posted. So I asked each student, when they post an announcement. They get 10 points for a post, they get 10 points for the reply. And the posting has to be some reasonable count of sentences of something substantive pertaining to the topic of interest. So here you can see Michael Barrera on the 24th of October had posted a week 9.1 discussion, and he stated the following, which is his comment based on the question that was posed to the entire class. When I see this, I can come over here and I can add a reaction, and I hit the little plus and boom, that shows up here as my acknowledgement of having read his post. And then I make a little note on my roll sheet, Michael Barrera has completed a week 9 post, done. And we go on and we see Mr. Ryan Chu on the same day, and he is posting week 9 discussion, because again, I ask each student when they post a discussion, they have to preface it with the week that we are in. So this way I can keep track of and make sure that they are posting things of the right topic in a timely fashion. Ryan Chu posts week 9 discussion, my understanding of bonding is important, blah, blah, blah. And he really nicely brings in a screen capture and pastes it in here. So the discussion boards become more than just words. The discussion boards can also include audio, can also include links to websites, can also include video, links to video, can also include illustrations. So, and I made a point with all my students that, look, if you enter a discussion post, if you happen to add a photo that is pertinent and relevant to the discussion topic, there's bonus points. So they get 10 for the posting, and they get another 5 for bringing in illustrations that really help the comprehension of what they're trying to convey to their classmates. An illustration.
So why is it important to LTC?
Here, down. If we look
veterans come to LTC college after years of military.
Oh, Ming, my friend, please mute your microphone, Ming.
Different life in a sense.
Thank you. All right. Okay, so if we look a little further, Ryan made a post. Ryan also did this. He made a reply to Michael Barrera, and we can see the little icon avatar that Ryan's uses, this little icon, and there's a little line that comes over and hooks over, and it connects with @Michael Barrera, which he's commenting, he's replying to a post that Michael Barrera had made of a week 9 discussion. And I encouraged them on their posts, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences, a paragraph, hopefully maybe even an illustration for bonus points that is pertinent to the material. Their replies are intended to be, number one, collegial, polite and supportive. And if they do happen to disagree politely. So let's see what he says. Ryan Chu replies to Michael Barrera's post, it is absolutely right thing can happen if the communication box had not been bonding to blah, 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 blah. And it says, I did a correction from an inspector. I did make a correction from an electrical inspector when I upgraded this panel in Santa Clara a couple of years ago. So he brought in a reply of an actual application situation 2 years ago that was relevant to what Michael had posted earlier. And so, as we can see, there is a broad range of postings and replies between the students. Here's another couple of really good illustrations that Mr. Eric Yun had put in. So Eric Yun had put in week 9 discussion, NEC code, blah, 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 and put in some nice photographs, either of something that occurred at his place of work or his home, or something that he had found on the net that would be illustrative of the content that he's trying to convey. So for discussion boards, this is fantastic because this can happen as easily and as quickly as on somebody's cell phone. They can be at work, on a coffee break, on a lunch break, punch into Discord, and Discord on the phone Let me show you what it looks like on the phone, because I can switch this really quickly. Go off of the share for a moment and go on to my dot cam for a moment. Here's my dot cam. All right, everybody see my cell phone right there? Okay, got a little bit of glare, so let me hold it this way to get rid of the glare. There's an icon on my cell phone and tablets. This is my Discord icon right down here. And if I go to click on this guy, boom, it'll come up with all of my classes on the left-hand side. So all of my classes are very simple, easy to recognize icons on the left-hand side. And I can pick a particular class of interest. So right there, let's say I go to that fall 50 class, or I can go to my coding class and then see all of the, look at that. This is the same page we were on my laptop. And I'm looking at their discussions. Makloof made a discussion, Ryan Chu made a reply to Scott. And so the engage, this is how fast it can work. Right there on the student's cell phone in their hands, without having to log into a computer, without having to get into Canvas, without having to go and find a discussion folder within Canvas to go post their stuff. It is right here on their phone. It is that fast. This is that easy. And we can see right away any type of attachments and illustrations. That's the same illustration we saw a few moments ago on my laptop screen right here. Okay, and focus. Boom, there's that bad boy right there. And Ryan Chu, here's Michael Barrera's comment. As we pointed out earlier, here is, we can see right away, Ryan Chu made a reply to Eric Yoon. Okay, I won't have you squint any longer on this cell phone that's so small. Let's do here, speaker, and view speaker. Okay, now that this is a little bigger and it occupies the entire screen, this will make for a better recording. So here we go. And if I go to hit the candy bar stack on the left-hand side, that's what brings up my different classes on the left-hand side of the screen. If I want to communicate individually with a specific student, I can do so by hitting a button at the top, and I can communicate with a specific student, or if I want to communicate with the entire class. So for example, I will leave the cell phone now, but I wanted to show you very quickly how fast and easy it is to find Discord button on your cell phone, again, whether you use an Android or whether you use an iPhone. And the students love this because it'll show up. And just like everything else, if there was a Discord message, then there will be a number right next to, so what do I have? 6 mails, 1 phone call, 2 text messages, and 2 voice. And Gmail, I don't care about, but Discord is completely clear because I cleared it just a few moments ago. But if there were messages that came on, I'm alerted. I can just glance at my phone on the side. And if I see numbers here, that means some student is making a post and they could be trying to get a hold of me, or they could be making a substantive post for a discussion or something else of note. So let me set the phone aside now that we've seen that it can be that fast and easy. Let's also do this. Yes, there you go. Thank you, George. Yeah, George had put in the chat. George Arab found most students already have this on their phones and regularly use it. And I bet you they're not using it for my discussion boards. They're probably using it for gaming and or other instant messaging. Young people are absolutely amazing. So let me go ahead, stop this particular share and go back onto the main screen. And I'll show you how easy it is to set up your own Discord channel for your classes. It's really, really easy.
Can I ask a question just before you go a little bit further? 2 questions. When you showed how the one student replied to another student,
yes.
Can you open, is it easy to open So that previous, so Scott, is it easy to open what he actually put? Is it keep it there?
Yes. So for example,
okay.
yeah, I just did. So
okay.
For example, let me go to a reply. So here, Yi Song Chen made a reply. In fact, let me help us out a little bigger so you all aren't squinting. Bigger. Okay, well, that's pretty big. All right, so you all don't have to be squinting. So if we take a look at Yi Song Chen on 24th, he made a reply to somebody named Scott on a week 9.1 discussion. So what does Yi Song Chen say? And again, I asked them to be collegial, be courteous, be kind, and supportive. He agrees that any kind of equipment or house structure shall be bonded in a way that grounding system, blah, blah, blah. So he made a reply. You see the little thumbs up here. Oops, sorry. The little thumbs up here is my acknowledgement of that reply. I can easily do that when I read through these. I can click up here for add a reaction, and I can add different kinds of emoji reactions. I generally use a thumbs up. And when I see a thumbs up here, that tells me I have reviewed this one. I have marked it down that he has made a reply. Now, to answer your question, very good question, could we look back and see what he's replying to? If I move my mouse up here to Scott Zhu, who had a week 9 discussion, if I put my mouse here, the mouse changes from an arrowhead to the pointing finger. Now, if I click at this moment, this will take me immediately back to Scott's 9.1 discussion posting right there. So we can see how relevant Mr. Chen's response is to Zhu's posting.
And then one other quick question: if are you able? So, like, let's say you wanted to go look at every post that Scott posted. Are you able to look it up by person?
I haven't. I don't know. I haven't. I played with this for 2 years.
Sorry.
And I don't know everything there is. So I tell you, some of my students know so much more about Discord. They're walking up and say, "Hey, co-guy, have you noticed voice channel? Guess what? You can throw voice. How come you're not throwing?" No, I don't want to hear any more voice. I just want to manage this to an extent where well, here's the thing. I understand what you're saying about can I see all of their postings? And I have not found a need to do that for this reason. As I look at these very regularly during the week as well as at the end of the week, is when I gather my grades for entering into Canvas. On my roll sheet, which I have them sign in, or if it's an online class, I make note of their attendance on the roll sheet. And then on that same roll sheet, as I'm going through Discord and looking for discussions, I will be looking for within this segment of this week, all of the ones that are week 9. If I see a week 7 in here, hey, oh, there's a week 8. He may be late. And if he's late, then there's a 50% penalty on that. So anything that's late past the due date is a 50% penalty. And if there's anything late past a week, then it's worth a 0. So I don't have to be, I've structured my grading with my students in such a way, I don't have to be looking past a week, because anything past a week is a 0. Anything late after the due date within that first week is worth 50%. They know this. And so that's why when they put in their comments and they structured this in such a way that, like here, as they're supposed to, week 9 discussion, he is within the time frame of week 9 discussion, he gets full grade for this particular one. So to answer your question, I have not found the need to say, click on Scott's name to see all his previous posts. No, because I've been keeping track of them regularly all during the course of the semester. I'm sure there probably is a way to do that, but I'll tell you, my students know so much more about the twists and turns and intricacies of Discord than I probably ever will. Let's see, there's another one here. George, yeah, our classes are called servers, that's correct. Each of our classes is called a server. And let's see, yeah, Discord channel is a server. Discord channel is our class. Now let's see what else here. Had discussed using Discord with the dean last year. And he was told that it's an outside service, not officially affiliated with, it might open up some sort of liability. I've not found that to be an issue. Both my deans have been fully supportive of this since I demonstrated its effectiveness in increasing engagement, and it really does increase engagement dramatically. So let me go ahead and show you, and please, as questions come up, don't hesitate to just give me a shout out and stop me in my tracks. But at the very bottom, oh yeah, here, I can group them into containers too. So if I have something that's particularly dated and not immediately relevant, I don't want to be scrolling through tons and tons of my classes. I can just put them in a container, but I can see within the container what I have. And I have 3 courses in this container, OSHA, ESIS, and some summer class. Now, if I go all the way down to the very bottom, there's a little plus symbol. I can add a server. So let's go ahead and add a server. Boom. I can choose what I want. Okay, let's say I'm just going to create my own. That's the first one. And it's for club or community. It doesn't matter which it is because they behave the same. Let's just pick the first one. All right, so it starts off as Co-Guy server. My last name is Co, and my radio call sign is K06GUY. It's my call sign. So my students all identified me as the Co-Guy. In any case, let's go ahead and do this. Let's say Discord training. And date just Discord training. And I'm just going to create this. Boom. Now I have one, DT, Discord training. I haven't put in an icon, but DT that's pretty good. Now I can invite people right here. So I click invite. So you see how easy it was to create one and name it, and it creates a little icon on the far left. Now I'm going to invite people. I click invite, and I want to do this. It says right here, my invite link will expire in 7 days. No, I don't want something that expires in 7 days because I use Discord several weeks in advance of the semester starting. Easily a month in advance. As soon as the roll sheets are available to me, I'm communicating with my students on Discord. I want them on Discord. I want to be in communication with them on a daily basis. As soon as I see that roll sheet, and I'm updating that roll sheet on a daily basis as more people enroll. So I don't want an invite link that expires in 7 days. Poo on that. What I'm going to do is I hit what I hit. What I hit was here. Edit invite link. When I click on this guy, put down expires in 7 days, expires in an hour, expires in 30 minutes. I tell you, when the gamers get really serious, that 30-minute mark may be something that they would be very concerned about in terms of securing their link and invites and people communicating. I'm going to put down never. I don't want this to expire. So expires after never. And number of uses, no limit. So that means I can use this link that I'm about to create, put it on my communications with my students 4 weeks before school begins, and that link will continue to be good all the way through the whole semester. So here, generate a link, boom. Right here is my link. I'm going to copy. Now, guess what? I'm going to put this into our chat box. Boom. And enter. And now you all can very easily, if you have a little more space on your screen, on the side, you can click on this. Oop, likes, oops. Let me actually share the screen. Sorry, I'm sharing just the Discord. Let me actually share the entire monitor. Here. Okay, now you're looking at my second monitor. And so what I have is the chat box on the left-hand side, and I copied the link over, and now that's in the chat box. And when you go to click that link in the chat box, it opens up this dialog box that we're looking at in Discord. And you can put down accept the invite, and hopefully you do. And when you accept the invite, opening Discord app, blah, 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 blah. And because I'm using a browser that Discord recognizes, it won't ask me to set up my username. It won't ask me to set up an identity, an avatar. But why don't you try this for a moment? We're gonna do this live. Just
Frank, the link didn't make it.
Oh no! Here, I'm sorry. I will go ahead and do this. I apologize. Here, paste and enter. There you go. Now that's to everybody.
Frank, while they're doing that, quick question. Are you able to remove, like so I'm just thinking if you do it at the beginning of the course and as students drop, are you able to remove people pretty simple from the,
yes,
from it?
At a drop of a hat.
Okay, perfect.
I can nix them off the lists like that. So as students come in, look at how this is populating. I've got Mike on here, Kelsey on here, Chris DeBrav is on here. I've got Gio the chemist. All right, Jay Grillo. That's how fast and easy you can engage students into your class. The same way that you all are clicking in right now. We are forming a class called Discord Training. And you can see all the people who are participating in this class on the right-hand side of the screen. You see that list is just populating like crazy for anybody who cares to do this. And the middle of the screen is really interesting also because it shows, it automatically shows who joined. So it shows Chris DeBrav joined, and I could wave hi if I choose to. I'll go ahead. There's wave hi. There he is to Chris, and he hopefully will have received a wave. And Chris typed a hello. And so to each of our friends, to Kelsey, I'm going to wave hi, and all of you all wave and wave and wave. So Discord, by virtue of the automatically generated little icons and avatars, you can see how engaging this is for young people. It's visually, it's stimulating, it's fun to see. Now, let's try something else now. Now, suppose, look at this. Yay, Gladiator, I love it. Yeah, see, we got a nice little GIF there, yes? That's how easy it is to share information with each other. Now, I do have to temper the enthusiasm of some of the students, because if they start putting things on our Discord, this is meant for college level class discussions, college assignments and responses between students and instructors and between students and students. No, so if they start putting on some goofy things that are really offensive, potentially offensive to other people, I'm going to give them I give them a very first stern warning at the beginning of class that, we want to keep everything fun, lively, collegial, informative, and engaging. So as long as they stay within those guidelines of good things, then we will all be using Discord the way we want it to be used. So now check this out. I'm going to give you all a topic. Let's show you how this works. I'm going to go here in the message box. Message box is at the bottom. I click in here and I do the @ sign, and I can do any one of you, okay, because that pops up, but I'm going to do everyone. And so I'll just start every, and then you can see everyone pops, the option for everyone pops up. So there. Now it's @ everyone. So @ everyone, here's our discussion topic. Okay. And so you are going to be responsible for posting your sentiment regarding what you're seeing with respect to Discord. That's just 1 or 2 sentences for something really fast and easy. And then you hit enter in this text box at the bottom. And then as you see the postings come up, click on somebody's post and then hit reply. And I'll show you how to do that. Let me give you a discussion topic first. How do you see Discord increasing engagement in your classes? Question mark. Boom. Now everybody will have seen that particular. You guys are going having fun with this. I can see this. Okay. So just one or two sentences. Oh, I forgot. Preface. preface. This is WK-1 discussion. Okay, please preface this as week 1 discussion, WK1 discussion, and then type in whatever your sentiment is, okay, if you would. That way we can make sure that we keep within the chronological boundaries of the week 1 discussion assignment. Look at this. So Chris DeBrov had responded to the co-guy, Tom responded to the co-guy. This is great, week 1 discussion. Nice, nice, nice. So as more people put on their discussions, now find somebody's discussion. So for example, teacher Mark, I'm going to, you guys are going really fast here. This is great. Right here, see, I see Christina. Right here, if I focus on Christina, right here is a reply button. I can click reply and say, much thanks, Christina, and boom. And then you'll see that I had made a comment reply to Christina's week 1 discussion. So you can reply to each other. Just find somebody in there and then just put your mouse over. There's an add a reaction. There's a reply button. We don't want to create a whole nother new thread, but try some responses to it. There you go. Tom responded to Mike Sherburne. This is great. That's a good reply. Kelsey replied to me. Tom replied to me. Yeah, try replying to each other. And okay, there you go. Sean replied to teacher Mark, Christina to Tom. This is fantastic. Tom replied to Mike Sherburne. Cute. This is fun. So here's something else that you want to make note of for your students, and that is if they already have an avatar, if they already have a Discord username, they have to let me know as an instructor, what their first and last name is. Meaning, some students have a username on Discord like Funny Bunny 69. Who the heck is Funny Bunny 69? I would have no clue. So I would type in, hi, Funny Bunny 69. Could you please give me your first name, last name? And so I will ask this of, let's see. I see FIFANR. So I would do this. I would do this if there's somebody I don't recognize. So right here, as an example, I click on FIFNER. I would say, please provide first and last name. Enter. And hopefully, 5Fanner D91 will reply with a first name, last name. And then I can there you go. Okay. So right here, thank you, Patrick. I appreciate that. So so let's say Patrick was one of my students. I don't recognize FIFNAR. So what I do on the right-hand side are the list of all the names of students in the class. And I see here an FIFANER D91. No problem. I now have asked him who he is or she is. It's Patrick. And so now I can right-click this guy and change the nickname to Patrick, capital M, and save. And now, forever and a day, as far as my Discord channel goes, where he was previously FIF 91, now is forever going to be Patrick M, because on my roll sheet, he will appear as Patrick Mwamba. So this is how you can keep control of recognizing who your students are. So I would do the same with Geo the chemist and Gladiator. I would send them a message and say, "Hi, could you please provide me with your first name, last name?" And then I would come over to Gladiator. Okay, as an example, I would then change nickname for Gladiator to something, whoever the Gladiator is. Let's say, no, okay, boom. I won't do this right now because I like Gladiator as it stands, but I can easily change the Gladiator name on this side of the screen to the first name, last name for proper identification. That's how fast it is and how easy it is to be able to create a server for your own classes. And so let me review with you. Oh, there's a separate message that had come in here, private message. I can click in here. That's a fun one to share. So thank you, Ron. So Ron's week 1 discussion, students can share revision ideas about their papers. Yes, they easily can, And so that, there was a number that had popped up on the left-hand set of icons in the private chat. So private chats will occur up here. So if I come up here, click on this, and I wanted to have a private conversation with Ron, and I would see Ron Lorette there. I could click out of the list of people right here. And now I can respond directly to Ron. Thanks for your post. And enter. And so that conversation will not be seen here at all, okay? The conversation in the home button is individual conversations you can have with any of your students or colleagues that will just not be part of our class, which is here, okay? All right, cool. Now, in addition to this, you guys are just having all kinds of fun posting and replying. It's going to be hard for me to keep track of. Let's see. Some of you get bonus points too for the pictures. That's great. All right. So now, what else we can do is this. Let's say we have something that is relevant. Go to some channel, and we find is. And we want to share this. So I can copy this guy, copy the URL, copy, go back into here, into the general. And I could do, again, at everyone. So this will be sent specifically to all of you. Please check out and review for suggestions before our next class, let's say. And so that would be what I've just typed in is an at everyone. So it's to the entire class. And it says, please check out and review for suggestions before our next class. And I would pick some kind of website or link or URL. In this case, I'm just going to type in the one for is, and boom, hit that. And there is how fast you can put on a link to a YouTube, to any other URL for your students to review per your instructions. And then they comment in here, whatever it is that they need to comment or whatever you ask them to do. Here's something else that is what I use this a lot for is this. I'm going to upload a file. So what did I do? I'm going rather fast here, I'm sorry. I'm going to hit the little plus symbol. When I hit the little plus symbol, it allows me to upload a file. It gives me these things too. I never use them, but I do upload files. So I'm going to click upload a file. And so when I go to upload a file, let me go to a thumb drive, and let me go within the thumb drive. Let me go to here, and within here, I'm going to go to, let's say this, and go ahead and open. And I can add a comment. Maybe we will use this at 3 p.m. Boom. Did I do that right? Oh, look at you. Oh, how about that? I don't think that's not what I posted. Oh yeah, this is what I posted. Where'd you find this one? That's interesting. YouTube. Oh, you went to my YouTube channel. Yeah, that was fun. So yeah, we can have all kinds of links, but here's a document. And so you can post documents to your students that let's say are assignments. So I attach this and they will see it. It'll pop up on their phone. I generally send only PDFs unless I really need for them to do something in Word. But PDFs will open up on your Androids and your phones with ease. Word is sometimes a little more challenged, but they'll see it. It pops up on their phone, pops up on their tablet. They can then click this downloaded, and let's go ahead and open up the puppy, and boom, there it is. I have a song sheet for them to review. Okay, Senorita, that's a nice song, and maybe we will do that at 3 o'clock. We will see. That's a shameful plug for my 3 o'clock ukulele class, but that's okay. I've got thick skin. So anyway, that's how fast it is to be able to say, send out an assignment. And I could send out the assignment and say, okay, here's an assignment. And you can download this within Canvas. You can upload it into Canvas. I don't have students upload assignments into Discord. I want them in Canvas because I have more manipulative powers with uploads of things. But you can see how fast we can use Discord. Now, if you look on my left-hand side, all my icons, there's a number 1, a little red 1 that pops up. That means there was a message that was sent by Ron, and I can click on this because it was a private message. It wasn't sent through the main class channel. And right here, you didn't realize it was private, but thanks, yes. Yeah, so that's how we can do private messages. And that's how I will notice it on the side. And all of this correspondence, these 3 lines of correspondence do not appear in our class. Right there is our class. Cool stuff. Wow, that's what I know. Let's see, there's some more messages here in the chat. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you guys. I am wondering if this might be useful for in-person classroom discussions, doing small groups while maintaining social distancing. Very likely, yes. That way they're already on their phones. They're already on their phones with thumbs anyway, right? They're already doing this. So if you have them sit 6 feet apart, yes, they're still engaged, they're still in class, and they're doing something. So yes, sure. It's, let's see, Chrisali also asked, do your messages or chat get stored, and for how long? Let me answer this question by going to, let's go further back. Let's go further back. Let's go further back. Let's go further back. Let's go to this class, 57. This was, here's another use. There's a marvelous use, but let's go back. Here's all my chats for that, going back to November 2020. So this is almost a year ago. And these are the correspondences that we used for that particular course back last fall. So does that answer your question there regarding how long, at least that long? That's good. And then let's see, there's the things, Zoom. that chat function in a Zoom class, I was wondering, this is going so fast, I can't read it. Discord is like free for small groups, right? Big fish, but for big fish game conventions and such. Yeah, premium memberships. Well, hey, for us teachers, thank goodness for the way we use it, it's free. And free is the second best word there is, four-letter word there is in the English language. Who remembers the best four-letter word there is in the English language? Love. Anyway, I just had to throw that in. Now, here, but here, I wanted to show you one other really, really important thing. Because Discord, I can get rid of these classes. I choose not to get rid of the classes. When I start to have too many things I'm scrolling through, then I'll put them into, I put 3 classes into a container. I can put multiple classes into a container. But the reason why I want them here on the side is, and this is what I use them for. If I go to 57, let's go to one of these here, 51 Fab. 51 Fab, I hadn't taught for year, over a year. But I have a posting in here that was just a week and a half ago, August 11th. Why am I posting to people that I haven't been actively teaching for over a year and a half? The reason is this is how I'm able to keep in touch with my students for job postings. Every single job posting I encounter that or that is shared with me, I go to blast my classes and say, hey, here's the latest job posting. Boom, 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 boom. Check this out. And so this way I'm able to keep in touch with all of my previous students that there are new job postings that have become available or internships or something that can benefit them some way, shape, or form. And so it is useful to me to maintain these class icons that go back in time, in some period of time. So if I go to any one of these, fall of last year, fall of 50, yeah, I have a job posting here. Help wanted, Indeed, BART, another BART. So that's why I keep these and don't containerize all of them. So that's another function that I have found. So we covered loading an assignment for them to see, alerting them that there's a due date. I mean, all of this they already know on Canvas. Canvas is the backbone of our learning management system. So this does not in any way supplant Canvas. This augments Canvas, especially in an area that can help us increase engagement, participation, interest, and spontaneity of ideas. Oh, there's another question here. What do we do for students that don't have a smartphone? The same thing that we do now. Library, tablet, something. What we have been doing for students that don't have smart devices, they're going to just have to rely on Canvas whenever they can get to a computer. So I wish that there was something that we can do for more people to have smartphones in their hands. The second part of that question, I guess they could use the computer browser, but if we're doing this live person in a classroom, what could you do? Well, we could actually talk to the person, but keep our distance in an in-person classroom. But if there's something that they don't want to say out loud, then hopefully we would be in a classroom. If you're going to engage in that kind of activity, then maybe for that class session, ask for the class to meet in a computer room. And we have them in various parts of our campus. So that way students can engage in discussion without actually speaking out their thoughts, which could be potentially embarrassing or cause them to be self-conscious or in any way, shape, or form reduce their participation because they either don't speak well or don't mispronounce things or some other thing like that. So I would say let's try to find, in those instances where you would like to engage your students in this type of activity, let's try to find a room for that particular session. And I'm sure if we, those of us who are on campus can go to Live 25 and with the help of our administrative assistants, know which ones have computers in them. Okay. All right. Now, let's see. FERPA. I'm curious if we need to worry about FERPA issues with a voluntary communication tool. I don't know. I can't answer that question. Maybe someone who is more in tune with FERPA restrictions, where they're how this plays in. But as I've said, myself for 2 years now, and all the other professors that I've used this with, and other I use this also at other colleges, have not run into this issue. So, but if somebody has the time to explore it, then please let us know, let me know. And I would very, very much appreciate if there's some kind of a restriction or some kind of concern on there. So I think would it have, if we already have discussion boards and students are posting things, would there be anybody who would see their postings other than people who are in the class? And I would say, no, the only people that are in this class right now are the people who have joined this class today. And we have offline 9 people, online 3 people. So between the 12 of us that have joined, then we're the only ones seeing this information. Nobody outside of us can see this information. And if I see someone, as I check the roll sheets regularly and check the participation, if I see a name on the right-hand side that is not part of our group, I can very, very quickly remove that name from our group. And so, we have 19 people here. I was actually on a different class. Now, math is the best 4-letter word. Yeah, sure. I love math. So that's good. Now let's see, QTL map sent me a new message. Again, see, so on the left-hand side, we can see an icon with a red number in it. That tells me I've got a message. And I would also see that on the cell phone as well. So,
Frank, can I ask a question? I'm assuming on that text channel, you can do multiples. And I'm just thinking for like when we do our group projects, I could create separate groups. So then the groups can just share their information, amongst their smaller groups in that text channel. Yes? Yes.
Yeah, I believe so. I have not done that because I've not participated in a smaller group within my class, but I understand from my students that they communicate regularly as a group.
To answer that question, I have multiple text channels, like for homework, lecture, laboratory, that sort of thing. So you can make as many different ones as you want.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you for answering that question. That's great.
One thing, Frank, I wanted to add to kind of your conversation is, so I use Discord a lot. And I almost get no emails from students anymore because they only message me through Discord.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on Discord like an hour or 2 hours a day responding to questions. And then every time I post something on Discord for the group to see, you'll notice all the students will log on in the right column because they'll get like a ding or a notification on their phone and they'll just quickly open it up and they'll see what you said in a second. Where I'll post the Canvas announcement and students will, I do that too, obviously, but
yes,
students would be like, oh yeah, I never got that Canvas announcement. So this seems to get the information to them much faster.
Yes, very, very true. And who is it that's speaking that I can?
Oh, this is George.
Oh, George, thank you. Thank you, George. All right, I appreciate that. And yes, and so I hadn't thought about, I've been so excited about using this for the past 2 years. I hadn't thought about in previous Flex days of sharing this I've been trying to share this through my previous dean and a couple of other instructors, but unless they're actually seeing this on their screen and me walking through a couple of highlights, they're really okay, that's interesting, sounds interesting, I'll check it out when I have some time. But you know, those of you who are on today, hopefully you've seen something that you can embrace as one more tool in your arsenal of tools to improve your engagement with your students. And it's very true, yes. When I send out a ping, boom, it's very, very fast for everybody to be able to see the message and pick it up as easily as pressing a button on their cell phone. So with that, if there's any other questions that any of you happen to have, please, by all means, contact me through school, and I will gladly work with you individually and help you set up your servers and how to review, how to engage your students, how to invite them, first of all. And I really, really encourage you to use Discord weeks in advance of the school of the course summer, whatever semester actually beginning, because that way they are prepared, they're ready to run come day one, because so many things, bookkeeping exercises and things that we need to do during that first week, we save that time tremendously by having all of the preliminary questions answered for the students, like where do they get their textbook? Where's my online reference for this? Or where do I get help from resources and counseling? Where's my syllabus? I want to see my syllabus before the semester begins. Boom, they see my syllabi 3-4 weeks before the semester begins, because I'm communicating with them through Discord. So I hope this has been helpful to all of you. This session is recorded, and I'll make it available to anybody who pings me through my email, and I'll be happy to share that and also help you with setting up your own Discord channels. Okay, so with that being said, to you all, my friends, I got to get ready for my next group, which is therapy with ukulele. And we're going to go to room 1608 and do this live. So we'll see who shows up. All right. All right.
It's
so with you
recorded for attendance. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure that it was like, did we have to sign something? Because usually we have to sign something that we attended, or?
I don't know how Arnold has got that set up. I would hope that there would be a mechanism by which, when we signed up for a class, that there may be some way of tracking who signed up for what class.
Hit submit. You go through that Zoom page through this form where you put your name in and like what you're doing, and then it gives you the link. But then you have to hit submit after it gives you the link.
Oh, got it.
Okay, and hopefully with that submit button, then we as hosts for our individual sessions will see an email list that we can follow up on.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
all right. Thanks again, everybody. Have a most wonderful, blessed day. Oh, and also be safe for Halloween's. Safe, 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 safe is our mantra. Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right, take care. Thank you so much. Adios.